they were happy. I mean, and I think that's how it is in most conservative households. But no, I remember. I think the first time I think it ever came into my knowledge was Ellen. It was her sitcom because I remember. Yeah. That and then I think it just kind of took off from there. And then there's Will Grace but no, I think that's probably why I'm so proud of Kurt because a lot of there are others of course before Kurt, but most I'd say that 90% of all gay characters that I've ever done on TV were always the punchline or the punching bag, and you never really got to kind of walk with a gay character and kind of grow with them.
Right, and they rarely had an agency in a plot or in a
right,
show.
Exactly, right.
I mean, even in My So-Called Life, Ricky was kind of a sidekick character.
Yeah,
he wasn't often the
you weren't right with him, right?
But I watched a lot of rewatched a lot of episodes with my daughters recently, and that duet.
Were your daughters there?
What?
You can be honest. Were you alone?
I watched some alone. It's actually something we all watch together all the time, which is nice. But that duet that you and Darren Criss do on Baby's Cold Outside. It's just so romantic. It's just I've never seen anything like it on television.
That's pretty hot. Yes.
I can't imagine seeing that even 5 years ago. You know.
Oh, just wait. Oh.
Now, something we were talking about a lot in my house at the dinner table this week. This week's episode of Glee with the West Side Story casting. I bet a lot of you saw that. It's really a big political debate at the dinner table. You know, last year there was a controversy over this Newsweek. This Newsweek writer wrote a column where he complained that gay actors couldn't convincingly play straight roles, and he singled out Sean Hayes from Promises on Broadway and Jonathan Groff. And at the time, Ryan Murphy was furious, and he called for a boycott of Newsweek. And anyway, this episode, it seemed to take exactly the opposite position. You know, it seemed to suggest that Kurt just wasn't cut out to play Tony. And anyway, one of my daughters was incensed. And I said, well, who knows? Maybe he's going to get cast next week. We don't really know what's going to happen. But what do you think about this whole issue of sexuality, sexual preference, blind casting or not?
I think that was the reporter's issue, not Sean Haynes, because Sean Haynes actually looks exactly like my Uncle Matt, but I don't let his resemblance to my Uncle Matt affect me and affect the way I enjoy his performances. So I'm able to let go of reality to let myself be entertained. What I hate about it is for gay actors, it's like being the male lead in a romantic comedy is supposed to be the goal. Like, that's not the goal. Like that's the least role that I'd want to be. Like the one dimension, you know, he upsets her, she's sad, he apologized, they get together, yay, you know. No, I mean, personally, I'd rather do anything like gritty and you know, to get layers and dimension. And so I think that's the first mistake is thinking that as an actor, like it's our job to fool people into thinking
that that's great. You want to be the male ingenue, right?
Right. It's ridiculous.
But so can we expect that in the next few episodes, this issue is going to be probed a little bit more before it gets resolved?
Well, interesting choice of words.
Troll.
It definitely comes to a great conclusion, I think.
That whole issue reminded me of something that I've read about you, that in high school you had an issue in one of these talent shows or song fests where you wanted to sing Defying Gravity, the song that Idina Menzel sang in Wicked, and we're told that you couldn't because it was a girl song. So this happened to you in real life, and then you told Ryan Murphy about it, and he put in an episode? Is that
Yeah. I was just venting one day about how every year my drama department would do this big, huge talent show, and every year I'd beg them to let me sing "Defying Gravity" because it was my favorite song, and for me it had been just a personal anthem that I used, and it meant so much to me, and all like the teachers and all the students in the classroom told me, no, that's a girl song. You can't do a girl song. What? and I would get so mad because they never even let me audition. And I was just venting to Ryan about the situation, and my favorite part of working with Ryan is I know now how to use it to my advantage. But like you tell him something and he just gives you this look. And you know the wheels in his head are spinning, and then it was in the next script.
And you don't know about it until it appears in the script.
And right, no, they never really. Well, sometimes he'll catch you like in passing, like he'll like walk by me in the hall, like, hi Ryan, hi Chris, by the way, I've seen Defying Gravity. Have a nice day. What? What do you mean? But yeah, no, it's always a big surprise.
So, have many other events from your real life made their way into the scripts?
No. Oh yes. Actually, I didn't want to do the swords.
I was going to ask you to bring them.
I should have brought the. Oh, that would have been a pain to get through security. Ryan said you're doing the Great Star, and I was like, yes. And I said, you're right. I don't want to just stand there and sing. I want to just make fun. And I said, what about I'm really flexible. I want to do a gymnastics. Could I do a gymnastics, pole and a scaffolding of some sorts? And he goes, what about swords? And I'm like, swords? And then he goes, what about swords and a scaffolding? I was like, go on. But no, I liked it. At first, I was like, I just kind of liked talking to Brad Falchuk, who's another executive producer. And, geez, you people. Take a cold shower. I was like, Brad, I don't know if Kurt really, Kurt Hummel, he's just so delicate. I don't know if he would know how to do an ancient, ninja weapon. And Brad said, well, I never thought Kurt Hummel had limits. And I was like, touche.
How did Chris Colfer learn how to do this ancient ninja thing?
Well, picture it. Clovis, California, 1994. Ninja Turtles was a huge, huge franchise, and I had every action figure and every comic book, and my favorite was Raphael, and he had the swords. And oh God, I used to try making them out of forks and anything I could find in my mom's kitchen, and then of course I was obsessed with Electra when that came out, and then finally, with the money that I with the about $22 I made from Russell Fish, I bought myself a pair of ninja swords and fulfilled that teenage boy angst.
Did you have to buy an insurance policy?
No, I should have, because I ruined a lot of things.
Did you injure yourself?
Yes. Always in the forearms, right here. Like huge bruises on the forearms from twirling them and smacking.
Curtains and upholstery.
And my mom's coffee table, which I still haven't replaced.
We're going to look at another clip right now. It's the kissing clip.
Can't get enough of that.
Talking to you.
Oh, that kiss.
Excuse me. Taking a peek at my junk.
Oh, yeah, every stray guy's nightmare that all skates are secretly out to molest and convert you. Well, guess what, Hamhock? You're not my type.
That right?
Yeah, I don't do the chubby boys who sweat too much and are going to be bald by the time they're 30.
Do not push me, Hummel.
You gonna hit me? Do it.
Don't push me.
Hit me, because it's not gonna change who I am. You can't punch the gay out of me any more than I can punch the ignoramus out of you.
Get out of my face!
You are nothing but a scared little boy who can't handle how extraordinarily ordinary you are.
Whoa. First.
such a powerful scene, and
Oh, I'm depressed.
you didn't get pushed into the locker. You didn't get pushed into the locker that time.
No.
So you find yourself suddenly being a role model to millions of young people, and your amazing speech that you get at the Golden Globe Awards has been watched by millions and millions of people on YouTube. I mean, are you aware of? I mean, what does it feel like to be 21 years old and to be such an empowering figure, in so many people's lives? Is it a lot to handle?
It can be incredibly overwhelming sometimes, especially because it's literally in a matter of a year I kind of became a face and a voice of something that that was kind of told was the worst thing you could possibly be, in high school and all that. So it is overwhelming a lot, and I don't know if I can ever really know and grasp how much it's helped and affected people because I'm so involved in it. It's kind of like you'll never know how good your school play is because you're in it, and it's funny because I get thousands of letters from these kids that just give me way too much credit for their own bravery, and for me, I'm like one of those insecure people you could meet. So it's almost it's strange having someone tell you that you're their hero. It's surreal.